Would you believe it if I said that these QR codes do actually work? And they also take you to the exact same address that they are supposed to? What? You don't think that is true? Go on, pause the video, give them a scan and let us know what you find. And for a fact, each of those QR codes take you to 3 different addresses. Hello friends, welcome to Future. In today's video, we are gonna learn how you can create QR codes like them that are actually scannable and also beautiful. If you want to know about the magic settings right away, just go on to Stable Diffusion, bring in your QR code in the ControlNet Unit 0, enable it, preprocessor no, model, brightness, control weight, somewhere around 0.4, starting control step 0, ending control step 1, go to ControlNet Unit 1, enable it, bring in your QR code again, preprocessor again none, model ControlNet tile, the control weight should be somewhere around 0.5, starting control step 0.35 and ending control step 0.6. Now write a nice prompt. Set the sampling steps to 20, batch count somewhere around 6 to 8 and hit generate. And we have our 8 QR codes, among which 5 actually works. But does this exact settings work for everything? Not at all. Does this work in most cases? Absolutely. I did a comparison with different weights and different settings to see which settings does work best. And you won't believe how the change is something as simple as sample steps can change the result drastically. By the way, I have a gift for you all. I'll be creating such beautiful QR codes for the first 20 people on their own personalized QR codes. If you want to learn how you can participate, just stick till the end of the video. I might even share them on all our social media accounts and all. Now let's create the actual QR code. I have linked this website in the description. I'm gonna copy the link from here, select a code action, browse to our website, code type QR code. I'm gonna paste the website URL in here. Keep in mind, the more data you put in the QR code, the harder it would be to scan that once you create that beautiful generations. URL is shortening. Right now this URL is very short, so I am not going with that. But if you have a very large URL, you should go for that. Error correction level, that definitely has to be high. Margin size in blocks. This is the setting most people tend to ignore, but you should keep in mind this plays a big role in scannability of the QR code. If you keep a very small margin and generate the code, you can see the borders are very small here. I'm gonna set it somewhere around 3 to 4. Let's go with 3 for this one. Now this should work for our needs. Let's save it. For this to work, you need to have ControlNet installed in your Stable Diffusion. I'm not going into the nitty-gritty details of how you can install ControlNet and set it up in your Stable Diffusion or update it. You can watch my older videos for that, and there are lots of other tutorials in the internet. You can get it work. I'm gonna assume for this video you know what ControlNet is, you have installed it in your Stable Diffusion and are ready to go. Let's go to the text to image part of Stable Diffusion for this to work. I'm gonna use the deliberate version 2 model for this one. The sampling steps would be 20. Sampling method DPM plus 2M Keras. There is no need to use this one precisely, but I am using it as it is good for most of the things we do. Let's go to ControlNet. For this we are going to use 2 ControlNet units actually. If multi-ControlNet is not available in your Stable Diffusion, you can go to settings, go to ControlNet and open multi-ControlNet, maximum models amount. I have set it to 3 here. Now let's go back to text to image. Let's bring in our QR code here. Enable the unit preprocessor. Well, this is something I feel I should explain thoroughly. In the most tutorials I am seeing on the internet, be it in Reddit, in YouTube or somewhere, they are using Impent Global Harmonious for most of them and not really explaining why we should choose this preprocessor or why we shouldn't choose anything else. Let's click on this button here, which gives us a preview of the preprocessor. Preprocessor processes the images in a certain way for ControlNet to be able to generate images from them. And what Impent Global Harmonious does for QR codes is creating the exact same image. Even if you choose none here and get a preview of that, it's the exact same image because it is not processing it in any way. Therefore, I don't think there is any need to choose any preprocessor for this particular purpose. We are gonna keep it as none. Close this window. Now for the first ControlNet model here, I'll be using ControlNet brightness. The purpose of this unit is to focus on the QR code part of the equation. Let's set the control weight to somewhere around 0.5. If you increase the control weight here, the resulting image gets closer to the QR code and increases scannability. If you decrease the control weight, it gets closer to the a beautiful image and decreases scannability. You have to fine tune it in some cases, but in most cases this control it is gonna do just fine. This unit should be applied all throughout the generation, and therefore the starting control step would be 0, ending control step will be 1. Now let's bring in that beautiful part of the image. Bring in our QR code again in here, enable this model, set it to pixel perfect. The preprocessor should be none in these cases also, because we don't need, I have already explained that. The model for this particular step would be ControlNet Tile. I have tried several different models for this step, but this is the one that works best at present. The control weight for this step should be somewhere around 0.5. We can start from there and then increase or decrease it to suit our needs. The starting control step, as I have seen, works best from somewhere around 35% to somewhere around 60 to 65%. I'm setting the batch count to 8 like previous one. The sampling steps should be 20. Let's write a beautiful prompt again and hit generate. And there you have it. You have 8 beautiful images, and most of which are scannable, and this method works in most of the cases. And if you see somewhere that most of the QR codes generated from this method are not scannable, then you just have to play with the control weight. In case you are in the tile unit, you have to change the starting control step to somewhere around 0.25 or ending control step to somewhere around 0.65. If you go to the brightness unit, you can always increase the control weight to fine tune the result that you want. If you are waiting for that beautiful image that you saw on the thumbnail, well, I am coming to it. I have to use 2 LoRa models for that. But before that, as I have promised, I will be creating and sending 20 QR codes which are even more beautiful than these ones. To participate, you can just scan this QR code or go to pixsensation.substack.com. Subscribe to the newsletter and drop an email to the contact@pixsensation.com with your preferred URL with the term has QR participation, and I'll be sure to get you your QR codes in no time. Now let's get back on the tutorial and make the QR codes even more beautiful. Let's go click on this button, go to LoRa. I'll be using this Kids Illustration and Detail Enhancer LoRa for this purpose. The Kids Illustration makes the QR code more beautiful but takes away some of the details, whereas the Detail Enhancer enhances those details to keep the QR code scannable. Let's generate again. It's the exact same prompt, exact same settings, even exact same seed. Just with the addition of these 2 LoRas, see how the result has drastically changed. If you don't know how to add LoRas to Stable Diffusion, you can just go to these links, download the files, copy them to the folder Stable Diffusion Web UI Models LoRa, and restart the UI. Then you should start seeing them when you click this button here. Although this text to image method can create awesome looking images, but it works even better with image to image methods. And if you want to learn all about that, you can do so by watching this video right here.